Pretty shot. Won't go. Good looking rebound. Cracked off the rim by Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson. It's his third.
Great patience by Hollis Jefferson.
With a beautiful
Arizona. I think the jitters are gone now, Dan.
I absolutely think the jitters are gone. And Wisconsin, I'm not sure that they want to be playing at the end of the shot clock against this Arizona defense.
Badgers had 4 turnovers, only had 5 the entire game against North Carolina. McConnell, Hollis Jefferson.
How about Sean Miller? He has shrunk his rotation. Usually Richstich would be in for Tarzewski. You come back with Ashley, who has 2 fouls as well.
If you're Ashley, you want to be careful. You don't want to get a foul setting an illegal screen.
Small layups for both. This is McConnell snapping it out to York. He's picked up by Gosser. And the shot clock is at 10.
And TJ McConnell, he was going to have Vito Brown on a nice switch there by Gosser to get back on McConnell.
Gosser knocked it away. 1 to fire. Jefferson got it. Hollis by Buick and find out.
Kevin, remember how Arizona got back in the game in the first half? They attacked the basket. That's exactly what Gabe York did right there.
Gosser now with the defensive switches on Hollis Jefferson. And they go inside.
Who's without the basketball and how he looks offensively as he takes shots here. Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson.
For Sam Decker.
How about that shot?
Wow. I mean, a step back 3 for Decker.
Arizona without their leading scorer. The freshman Johnson has fouled out Hollis Jefferson. Carving his Stanbrook. Transfer from Western Michigan. Stanbrook throwing inside. West with great Arizona defense. McConnell, and they have numbers. Oh, come on! Here he comes. With a
can't drop down off of York. You know he's the three-point shooter.
He's gone 3 and 4. Here comes Johnson. York in his side. He lost the ball, but picked up. Vacuumed in. Hollis Jefferson finishes. Pass intended for Russell. McConnell hits. Knocked away by Russell. And then it's Hollis Jefferson with a sledgehammer.
Goals. And that's to a Final 4.
Well, they had to miss. McConnell grabs the ball. Here he comes the other way. Ashley on top. Hollis Jefferson down low. McConnell with the ball. You got York. And then Elliott hits on the side. That's the 5 for the Arizona Wildcats. Jefferson. Hollis Jefferson underneath.
But this is the kind of turnover that I think you can live with if you're Texas Southern, because Arizona doesn't get to run down for a dunk.
Arizona has won 11 consecutive games. Texas Southern has won 11 consecutive. Beautiful pass and skying inside. Hollis.
They wouldn't even be in the NCAA tournament except that they won the Conference USA championship.
And saved. Hollis Jefferson. He was a first-team All-Pac-12 player. Takes it coast to coast and rattles it in for Arizona. NCAA.com/March Madness, or download the app today.
Reggie, shouldn't the little guy be lobbing it to the big guy rather than the other way around?
They all fly so high, it doesn't matter how tall you are. It's got a jumping get, and they all are jumpers. Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and he slams it.
AB advances 60-59. Back to Portland. Kevin, Reggie, Dan.
That crash you heard. All those brackets falling apart all over America.
Really, I think when he broke his foot last year, the title chances, obviously, for Arizona went way down because of his versatility.
Jefferson with numbers. Slicing for 2. I mean, no blink whatsoever. They perhaps there was a lot of emotion to begin the game back here once again in the tournament against a much talked about, highly respected Arizona team. But they've kind of regained their composure in the second half.
Well, Kevin, you heard Mike Davis tell Rachel at halftime. He said, hey, I thought we played a little bit nervous. I think that's probably a good evaluation. But they have not blinked. You don't play all those road games that they played against those teams and blink.
So they were down 15-2 versus Kansas State.
Nice move inside to wiggle free by Rond'ae.
The prevailing vibe, if the seeds hold, you're going to get that rematch from last year with Wisconsin going down the wire, beating Arizona with
from three-point land, so he's capable of making that. Did you see the first half of Snoop's game against the University of Washington at Seattle?
You mean Dwayne? Hollis Jefferson, boy, that.
I'm going to Ringo, I'm going with the Stones, and then I'm going to Chicago. Ringo tomorrow night here in Las Vegas. Miss that at your own peril.
I won't even ask what's in Chicago. You told me you'd punch me if I said it's the 500th anniversary of the Grateful Dead again.
I'm waiting.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, a three. Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson.
This crowd is they're just having the time of their life. Not anybody is left.
Scramble. It ends up in the hands of McConnell. Hollis Jefferson. Oh, the one-handed.
But he is the standard of excellence for UCLA. He plays every game, does everything, tough as can be, plays through injury.
Tough shot. York moving to his left. But Hollis Jefferson.
I couldn't believe that when I read that they haven't won it since 2002.
Travis, a nice pass to the cutter inside. Couldn't make it go. Arizona the other way. Bicycle his legs into the air. Pack-12.com. Access to the tournament today. Take a look at some terrific basketball. Rond'ae Hollis. Travis, dribble handoff, interceding McConnell. He's got a rip. Look out below. Hollis Jefferson. In low, Jabari Bird, the drop step, turns, fires over Johnson, and the recovery made by Hollis Jefferson.
What a rebound by Hollis Jefferson. Just went up and snatched that thing.
Into the lane. Can he finish? He does.
Man who put this program on the map.
I just didn't have the handle to finish.
One loss today. Big absence, Michael Humphrey for Stanford, the highly touted freshman. As
Teaming him at least right now, so he's got time to maneuver.
well, Stanford, a team that has proven that it could win big games on the road. Had a top 10 road win earlier in the season at Texas. Have to get one here with their postseason hopes dwindling by the day. Hollis Jefferson.
In the low post in this half, they've gotten him a lot of touches, no double team coming. But you can't, if you're Stanford, you got to take this game now in 4-minute increments and just try to win each 4 minutes. Try to get close by the 2-minute mark.
Pitts outside McConnell. Hollis Jefferson.
Like that without even the ball.
We've seen technical fouls today, all kinds of physical play. Officials doing their best to stay on top of it. McConnell, backdoor, Hollis Jefferson coming.
We've already argued once and we haven't tipped. Let's save that conversation for once we get going.
Don't go out on a limb, please.
Arizona.
We've got a game. It's time to play ball.
Mike Cyphers, Darren White, Bill Vinovich, who refereed Super Bowl 49 in this state.
He refereed last night's game.
Yeah, UCLA. Bruins wrapped up the 4 seed in a first-round bye at the Pac-12 tournament with their win last night. Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson with the game's first basket.
Take it.
Believe that about Stanley Johnson. When you look at him as he rises there, goes for the block, but Kravish missed anyway.
This guy's chiseled. It's as if Michelangelo or Da Vinci had just sculpted this guy.
Hollis Jefferson with a one-handed throwdown.
Down. Kentucky, Wisconsin. They're going to put a Hollis Jefferson type player on T.J. McConnell.
A 3-point chance, and they call a foul. Second made 3 for Arizona tonight. Here's Taylor, and rejected by York. Ahead to Hollis Jefferson. And he throws it down. He calmly buries 3, and Utah's back on top. McConnell misses in the lane. Poked out, though, by Hollis Jefferson. McConnell, nice. Great pass. Hollis Jefferson with a monster dunk.
That away, because that guy's a first-team all-conference player on a list of only 5 players.
Askia Booker, number 8 all-time leading scorer. Colorado history. Hollis Jefferson at the elbow, gets the bounce. He's a great.
Come out in the court. Come to the high post. Beautiful passing.
And Hollis Jefferson throws it down. Get back to the game. 17-point Arizona lead as the Wildcats.
It's a 17-point game. It's not radio. Not radio. There's no truck stops here in Colorado.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Beautiful shot. Rond'ae Hollis.
Johnson, not his night, but the follow is good. It'll be
I mean, maybe Shaq, maybe certainly Wilt, Akeem, but very few other players in the history of basketball can make that kind of play. Keep it simple. Rond'ae is just too good, too valuable.
So Gabe York and Elliott Pitts both in off the Arizona bench. No changes for USC. And an ankle locking move by
about the confidence necessary for Tarczewski. Same thing for Nikola Ivanovic. Now that's basketball right there. Look at him. He backed that. This is very special.
And there's that goaltending.
The Oregon Ducks sat Sunday at noon. Matt Knight Arena, Kilkenny Court. That will be a game to put your DVR on and check that out, because that crowd in Oregon, they'll be ready.
Well, there's a nice feeling. Hollis Jefferson.
The season has been, needless to say, a stark contrast from really the first 3 quarters, if not more, of the season. He has exploded underneath. Hollis Jefferson, too.
It was a draft pick that ended up being his brother, Marcus.
How things worked out. Here comes Hollis Jefferson. Will take it against the numbers, and he converts.
Just over 3. That's typical for freshman. He's just learning. He's going to get better.
Hollis Jefferson will pull up 2.
You're going to need a guy to step up.
Loose ball. Watch out for this. No more this time.
A nightmare scenario for Washington State. I mean, they did exactly what Ernie Kent did not want them to do. They needed to get a couple of shots early to get some confidence. They needed to take care of the ball so that Arizona can't just get easy fast break dunks. And they've done both of those things.
McConnell back up top. 6 to shoot. Hollis Jefferson from the elbow. 3 seconds. Coast to coast, tries to get there at the horn. And it counts. McConnell all the way. Hollis Jefferson, another rebound. And finish! 4 boards.
I mean, every single guy has contributed. Tarczewski, Brandon Ashley, this young man, Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson, another easy post up for
baskets for him. Who needs benching? Arizona, yeah, they had no bench against Arizona State. So that's why Sean's point was that Pitts and York have to score.
Their problem against Arizona State was the same problem they've had their other 2 losses. They didn't come to play.
What a great pass that time by McConnell. The alley-oop.
For something to cheer about.
And T.J. McConnell, just saw him on the bench. He has 6 points and 4 assists. Arizona by 6. Andrew Andrews with 6 points to lead the way for Washington. Hollis Jefferson down the lane. Count it, and the foul.
He's left-handed. And all these guys, if we just get out there and just put the clamps on. And that's what he loves doing as much as anything in life.
Hollis Jefferson will be a first-round draft pick, along with Stanley Johnson. Likely both this player. Hollis Jefferson, great finish with the right hand, and he was fouled, so a 3-point chance.
Is that good? I want Gabe York shooting lots of threes, but it's the kind of threes that they're going to get. The last 2 we've had have been just great. But if you're playing in limited minutes, if you don't get in a college game, if you don't get 18 minutes in a college game, everything is basically just luck. And that's what makes Kentucky so incredible, because they all play 18 minutes.
Hollis Jefferson with York making the pass that time.
Goes on in Washington without Jim Marsh here. Jim Marsh, the absolute legend, here in attendance tonight. The guy who has meant so much to basketball here in the Northwest and throughout the entire Conference of Champions, the Pac-12.
Here's Stanley Johnson into traffic.
Beautiful.
Good look. Hollis Jefferson with a stop. Again, you saw the strength of Johnson.
Today, it's just over the top what they have and what they mean to this city, to our country, and the world.
Hollis Jefferson with a dunk after the steal by T.J. McConnell. And you
Mount Rainier, the Olympic rainforest, the Space Needle, but the most photographed icon here in Seattle is the Pink Elephant Car Wash.
I think I liked it better when you talked about the Grateful Dead, as Hollis Jefferson gets another dunk.
Excellent defense once again by the guys in red.
Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson, extremely athletic, and hits the jumper.
Oh, that's a shot that he's added to his game. Tarczewski underneath the basket. It's almost nothing Tarczewski could do. Couldn't get vertical for that block.
Sun Devils back in front. 4.5 to go, first half. Hollis Jefferson snaking his way in, and it counts.
Right there, Trey Holder. not trying to dribble into that assist. Instead, advances the ball to Gilling in a spot where he can do something with it.
Hollis Jefferson trying to answer, and he does.
Oh, what a strong move there. I talked about at the beginning of the telecast, who's going to step up and be a hero for Arizona State. You have Blanks, he's played a solid game, Holder as well, and now you have Goodman going off here in the second half.
Hollis Jefferson with the answer.
Oh, it's a terrific looking shot.
We learned just before we came out for the half, Jonathan Gilling, their three-point marksman, apparently has a shoulder injury, and he's questionable for his return. Hollis with a great use. Hollis Jefferson is 10 points. Under 10 to play. Hollis Jefferson almost lost it. Tarzewski the board, fires. Tip, no good. Still on the floor. McConnell's got it. They'll swing around. Inside Hollis Jefferson. Count it.
Wow, what a physical ball.
The other extreme is Hollis Jefferson misses in the lane, but they're there. Now Oregon State has the fewest offensive rebounds in the conference. Arizona the best defensive rebounding team. Well, there's Hollis Jefferson.
You get there when you're in your 60s, like Patino and Krzyzewski and Calipari and all those guys, Boeheim, but those guys are going to soon be gone, and the Pac-12 will be
Hollis Jefferson.
a regulation game. So I know you're not old enough to remember that game, but.
And Hollis Jefferson and one. And even Sean Miller applauded.
Ball. Dana Altman's working. That's on the transition defense. Let's go.
6 early points for Elgin Cook.
They're going to need a Klay Thompson type game.
Ooh, Hollis Jefferson off the dribble. Connell steals it. Arizona has made the fewest three-point shots in the conference, he says, as actually bangs one too hard.
Arizona plays better when they don't shoot threes.
They made the few.
The home crowd is Larry Bird. This crowd here, they're self-igniting. Spark it up.
And they want to roar one more time, but no. The ball as if it was on a magnet.
The wife and children at halftime was just absolutely spectacular.
That's nice to hear.
Fred
Hoiberg left an NBA career to go back to.
I couldn't sleep. I was like so fired up. Here's a press here by the Ducks.
Arizona still with its starting 5 on the floor. Chandler has come in off the bench for the Ducks. Hollis Jefferson.
No right now. This crowd. Boy, I love this crowd.
The U of A chant. And as I'm watching that play, Bill, and the crowd reaction, Hollis Jefferson hits. And I'm thinking about it for 2 years.
Absolutely. I mean, he was automatic with all those little unconventional kind of flip 10-footers. And just hasn't gotten it going this year.
And Hollis Jefferson.
Another quality look that just doesn't go in. And Matthews has been shooting it really well.
Whoa, Hollis Jefferson. McConnell kicks it out to Johnson. He finds Pitts. Way short to Hollis Jefferson with the follow jam. And Johnny Dawes' first basket since intermission.
But as is so often the case, T.J. McConnell, when push comes to shove, right there. Whoa.
Hollis Jefferson spins and scores. Johnny Dawkins.
Ideals as well. So every one of the Wildcat program, if you watch it in practice, and look at that dunk underneath. Coaches, managers, everybody
as well. A lot tougher playing on the road.
DeVivier all the way to the rim, and he can't finish. York Sprinting across, skip pass, Hollis Jefferson fouled, and it falls through.
Wow.
In Greece and Sweden and Spain, all those places, they don't teach defense in Europe.
That's all he teaches.
They teach a lot of offense, boy. You get a lot of European players that come over here. They can pass and shoot it.
We just saw our 14th lead change on the night. Oregon State by 2. Hollis Jefferson with 4 to shoot. He'll slash, pick it up, high off the glass. Tried to get it to fall, he does.
Tarzewski here early, and McConnell.
Well, that was Joseph Young's first shot. And Hollis Jefferson goes in. Live yet, Doc. You watch my tape, he jumps out.
Yeah.
Kind of athletic.
On a team, and a team that doesn't have a lot of size to begin with. Full court pressure. Dana Altman's always done that since he's been here at Oregon, mixing up defenses, giving the other team a lot of different looks.
And now Sean Miller getting Stanley Johnson back in. That last possession, you could see Arizona was having a little trouble maybe looking to score. Tarzewski's also in.
There's what we were asking for early. Stanley Johnson post up. Hollis Jefferson's got to let that go. Teams are going to continue to back it in, and he's turning down threes.
Oh, nice. Boy, that was just a terrific.
He makes him a lot more dangerous offensively when he's looking to score.
And Hollis Jefferson goes in for the finish.
And I'll tell you what's tough for Arizona, Ted. Looking ahead, they got the old Wednesday, Sunday this week. So they're going to be up here in Oregon for another couple days. And
Out of bounds, guys. We were watching that today, both defensively and offensively. Look at this cut. It's a nice, easy look.
Hollis Jefferson. First down.
He's got that point forward ability.
Baseline, Hollis Jefferson doing the work now. After beating St. John's on New Year's Eve. Hollis Jefferson, nicely done. Arizona State, under 20 now. Hollis Jefferson says.
Soldiers, people thought he'd be a one and done, but he has really improved his level of effort.
Doolin turns it over again. Hollis Jefferson shows off.
And those are big boy points right there, Wes. He just took that ball away. Wow.
Two-point game.
McConnell, backdoor, Hollis Jefferson the dunk.
You got to try to make that play in that situation. But again, very good defense by Arizona.
8-point lead now for the Wildcats, under 4 to play. McConnell, bounce pass through. Hollis Jefferson scores. Just the second field goal.
For T.J. McConnell to Stanley Johnson, who misses. But then Hollis Jefferson.
Wouldn't pick a stiff.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, in transition again.
Hollis Jefferson to steal. In bucket.
Greg Campy, who's in the locker room listening to our broadcast right now, he's got 3 graduate students on this Grizzly squad.
Hollis Jefferson gets the roll.
People will sit down here at the McHale Center. The first points of the second half for Michigan.
Collective sigh of relief. A lot of people are tired.
It's still a 20-point lead for the Wildcats. Hollis Jefferson.
The floor. Whether you take charges when you have an opportunity and whether you go to the offensive glass. They had a chance to take a charge, didn't do it.
7-footer.
Ristich can really help this team. He's got good hands. What a worker, too. I mean, he spent a lot of time.
Is that how you say it, Serbia?
Novi Sad.
Novi Sad.
You been to Serbia?
I have not been to Serbia.
You need to get out.
I need to hang with you more.
Hollis Jefferson with a bucket.
I'm just old. Scorer ever for the school. And then Ben Aaron, the 3rd leading scorer ever. Oh, beautiful tip.
Rond'ae and Hollis Jefferson off the miss from York.
Enjoyed having you here, but we're going to miss you. That's what he always said. That ball almost went in. Wasn't
Johnson gets it back.
Hashtag Pac-12.
Twan best. Hollis Jefferson with a slam.
Of course, in the outer facade of the building.
Block shot from Victor. Hollis Jefferson to the basket and one.
The hesitation. And when you hesitate, the defense usually raises up, and that's what Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson did. When he raised up, Bell went right by him.
So Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson checks in for Arizona. York on the bench now for Sean Miller's. A three is good from Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson. We're tied at 6.
Made 2 of them last year.
Jefferson. Open McConnell. Short on a 3, but Hollis Jefferson keeps it alive. He gets the roll. 8 baseline. Tyrell Nelson puts Gardner-Webb up 7-5.
That's what I was talking about earlier. They're not going to go all the way out to the line, but they're going to make that 15-footer.
Hollis Jefferson to the basket. See that? Okay, they've beaten an ACC team. Now, Clemson might be a little down, but it's still a win over an ACC team.
Well, and if they didn't believe it, Roxy, they're starting to believe it now. They're in a game. Down 4.
So Parker Jackson Cartwright, the freshman from L.A., out there with Elliott Pitts, the sophomore from Dublin in the Bay Area.
It's interesting. You got York and Pitts in there.
Hollis Jefferson along the bench. T.J. McConnell.
Another missed layup.
But the offensive rebound and put
the stars on this team.
Arizona has matched their largest lead. They've made their last 7 shots from the floor. York, the lock.
Zone, you got to push your 2 guards at the top out so that Strange doesn't get such a clean look.
Gardner-Webb 4 of 7 from deep here in the half as Hollis Jefferson dials one up from the court.
Was that a kick?
Yeah, I think so. He stuck his leg out, got a piece of the ball. Oh, good help.
Hollis Jefferson took a hit, scores, and he'll have a chance for. Kell shoots a 3 over McConnell. TJ pushes again the other way. And Hollis Jefferson. They competed for the starting point guard job. I asked Brian Dutcher, the assistant for San Diego State before the game, did you think when you're recruiting Kell to be the point guard? He said, well, we didn't know, but then again, Coach Fisher was Jalen Rose playing point guard in Michigan, so he's a creator. Boy, Paul Lee just had the pass playing off his hands. Leads to a run out. They won't be able to extend their remarkable streak of 125 straight wins when they've led with 5 minutes to go.
Rope breaks. I said, what do you mean if the rope breaks?
Did you stick the landing? Do you land in the water, right? Whoa! Landing in the lane with a bucket. Was Rond'ae going to be a starter at the beginning of the year, but he went to Sean Miller, said, I think our team flows better when I come off the bench. He floats to the rim again, and he is
a lot of versatility with the different lineups. They go a little bit smaller with Elliott Pitts now playing the 2 and Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson at the 4 spot as he goes down for defensive rebound.
Becky Gill Caesar couldn't convert. And there is Hollis Jefferson.
That's what makes. He's an excellent passer. He's fast in pick and roll situations, but has also been shooting the ball well early in the season.
Exploding to the goal. Guess who? Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson.
And his name in the starting lineup, really a credit to Rond'ae Hollis Jefferson and how he thinks team first.
7-point game. We get it going here second half. Arizona was just 2 for 10 from beyond the 3-point line in the first half. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he flips it up and in.
Great job by Williams. Sometimes just because it doesn't look right, doesn't mean that it's a violation.
Here's a 3. Hollis Jefferson. Well, that's what he went and worked on the board. T.J. McConnell, who played for his dad, Tim, in high school. His aunt is the head women's coach at Pitt. His other aunt is actually her assistant. McConnell into the paint. Hollis Jefferson to throw down.
Well, they've taken over the Big West, which had been run by Long Beach State for a while. Tarzuski couldn't control the ball, but well, it's a lot of fighting for it, and Arizona back with it. And Hollis Jefferson For Irvine there.
Irvine not even going to the offensive board. They're just getting back and setting their defense.
The drive and the bank for Hollis.
That's the way Arizona has to play defense, like they played on that possession. Superior energy.
Oh! Hollis Jefferson! Get a shot down. Russell Turner frustrated, kind of got a half pound on the scorer's table. Frustration.
I think Arizona's going to flip it on him now and do what Irvine was doing, start using some clock.
It's been 5 minutes.
And both of those mid-range. Scouting report again on him, a terrific driver, but showing some new moves.
Hollis Jefferson across the...
It's great. Sean Miller wants them to get inside. I think what you'll see now is they'll get the ball at the logo. They want to get it at that logo area, right kind of where Zeus is right now. But if they can get him there, that kind of triggers their entire offense.
Hollis Jefferson attacks.
Last year, a tough overtime loss in the Elite Eight to Wisconsin. They just couldn't stop Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah. And I think everybody's mentioned several times Brandon Ashley not in that game. Maybe the guy that could have come out to slow him down, but give Kaminsky credit. What a game he had.
McConnell dishes. Hollis Jefferson spins underneath and lays it in.
They go.
They get to go to Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay.
Now we need Little Rock.
Serbia. And McConnell not only picking him up, but going up against Jackson Cartwright every day in practice will make Jackson Cartwright better. Oh, foul. Count it and one. Rond'ae.
And a little ways to go on the defensive end. And this could get good.
Hollis Jefferson, the pick. Oh. And the pack. Mountaineers now out in the desert, and they know it. Robinson
Here we go.
Has it flicked away. Rond'ae. Hollis Jefferson reels it in. An attack of the...
That one will be on the top 10.
Turn up the notch on the D, says McConnell. He's got a pick ahead to Rond'ae. Hollis Jefferson with 2 hands this time.
Games tonight, 11. Pac-12 teams playing 10.
They are
10 tonight.
On the inbounds, Hollis Jefferson. Graves up top. And McConnell with a rebound. Pitts running in the far wing. Hollis Jefferson fills the paint into the lane, avoids Miller, and laid it in. Martin tees up a deep shot. Tarczewski the rebound. Oh, bring the house down.